Alright, it's another MOTU Monday. I have just gotten in even more new figures, but let's start with these ones that are probably the oldest ones that I own that I haven't opened yet. So we gotta get these open. There are some really cool ones here. I'm gonna open up this whole wave at once, and I think that's kind of what I've been doing anyway. What do we have here? More Turtles of Grayskull Stealth Ninja He-Man by the Ninja Power of Grayskull, whatever that means. These ones had really loose cards. I noticed this whole wave, so their cards are falling off. I believe I got these from Big Bad Toys store because they are on American cards. This is Hordak, Ruthless Master of the Ooze Pit. Ruthless Master of the Ooze Pit, that's what it says. And then we have Stealth Ninja Leonardo, and he's kicking Shell from the shadows. I guess that's supposed to be kicking butt. And then we have Sorceress from Channel 6 News, which is a really silly thing to say considering what she's wearing. Weird, really weird how the plot, that's just a whole weird scenario. Okay, what does it show on the back? It shows this. I guess she's supposed to be a crossover with the sorceress, I guess, even though it's not really necessarily that. And then sometimes when I read these things afterwards, I realize that it answers a lot of my questions, but I'm still not going to do it at the beginning of the video. We're just going to focus on the art. We've opened up this Too Bad Rocksteady Bebop guy. There we have these two guys from this wave fighting them, and then we've got He-Man up against Skeletor. This cape does look really cool. I like it. It reminds me of Eldor, which I am still really wanting to get. Eldor and Blast Attack are my most wanted Origins figures that I'm waiting for. And then we have a Hordak, which is kind of weird for this wave, and he is up against Splinter here, which is cool, and he comes with some really cool wings. So anytime you have wings, you gotta love that. So here, let me quickly cut these off of their bubbles. Even though a lot of their cards are already smashed up, I should probably just rip them off, but I like to try to save these cards to the best of my ability. We can see that the wings are like so. And because I've gotten all of these from the same place, all of my comic books will be in the same language, unfortunately, but also fortunately. But it is cool when I get my hands on the international ones and they don't have the words on the comics. That's kind of a cool bonus. Alright, that shell just came off like this. And wait, does this make for good video? I mean, this is what unboxings used to be like back in the beginning. It was about seeing the opening process. Okay, I saved this. Some of this stuff I save for later, so we have to save it for later. Alright, let's put it in here. Oh, I don't have my stand, of course. I wish they would stop putting these fasteners in. I don't think they do anything. They make a big mess when I cut them. I'm sure that they would stay in the bubble just fine. Whoa. Look at the sword. It seems to be like the one from the pack that I just opened. The the 80th anniversary set. It does seem to look like that, except that one separated, didn't it? But yeah, really cool. I don't know what. Oh no, a piece fell off, and I don't know where it's from. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Where was it? I guess if I look at the card, it'll tell me. All right, let's put the comic books aside. Let's put this aside. Maybe it was separate on the bubble. I guess I should have paid attention. Oh, it does show him have a mask on. I don't know how it fell off. If it was, it had to be in the package separately. I guess they didn't want to put it on. I just put it on. You're gonna have to wait to see that. All right, and then let's get into here. I do have to remember to have these cards standing by so that I can. Oh, yeah, this one is really coming off the card as well. I guess they didn't have very good glue going on in the factory that day. Okay. What I do is I cut these out and I save this. The stickers are just too nice for me not to save, so I do actually save those. Let's stick out the swords. The turtles always freak me out because they're so big. I'm gonna have to figure it out in this video why they look so substantial. Maybe it's because maybe it's just their heads, maybe it's their armor, or maybe their bodies actually are bigger. But just, yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to compare the two. But the turtles are always like jumbo figures. Let's take out the comic. The best part was that the comics that weren't put in straight, because the glue wasn't very strong, they weren't glued to the board, and one of them was really crooked. So I hate when that happens, and it seems like it wasn't such a problem. Oh yeah, and she's really off of her bubble here. So I can reference it. There we go. Alright, let's put this away. And, oh, I spoke too soon. This corner is in there. Oh, and I just wrecked and it's still glued down, even after I shouldn't have said anything. At least I have 4 of these. Okay. There's no saving that now, so fortunately. But I do save the cards. This is before they started making the thick cards. I guess this was the final draw. Maybe that's why when they did the transition to the thicker cards, which I do really, really like, which it should have been like that all the way around. She also comes with wings. These are beautiful. Wow. So I'm so used to opening up the deluxe figures. Oh, look, she came right out of there. She still had the things, but all right. Okay. Let's examine these schematic drawings, I call them, and see if there are any parts that we shouldn't take apart, and then we'll go through the comic book. I think the comic books are longer for these turtle figures. Wow, I thought for a second there, I thought this was Queen Marlena. It kind of looks like a crown on her head. But showing you, it looks like she's got all of the regular parts that come apart. And I love these drawings every single time. I think that they're incredible. I guess it might be because they're stripped down. I noticed that the last time. See, they took off all of their armor, and this is kind of how I like my figures to look without all the extra details. But I mean, that's really cool. He looks like he has all of the standard modulations. And then we have He-Man here. Really cool. And look, that's even He-Man with his regular harness. Oh, it'll be cool to transform He-Man into regular He-Man. That's cool. They really solved the problem of being able to transform them into their regular forms with the Thundercats. And I have the Thundercats, and I really want to open up that first wave. But I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow for MOTU's Day. Hordak's looking really, really good with his blaster for the first time. I'm not sure. Okay. Wow. Who do I start with? I guess we're going to start with April because she is first listed on the back of the card. Oh, and I should put staff of the camcorder into hand. Does that say camcorder? I haven't used the word camcorder in decades. That's really cool. This is the camcorder. Oh, I'm gonna look through it. I guess it's kind of a. Is it a scope? I don't know. I can't. They called this a camcorder. Put the staff of the camcorder into hand. The camcorder. That it is kind of cool. They mixed electronics with magic and barbarianism, and I love that. Does it hold? Oh, it doesn't even stay in her hand. Maybe she has to hold it. This part of it, yeah. There she goes. Look at this print that is on her chest, and she's got a lot of bird details. I guess I'm going to have to strip these down afterwards. That's going to be interesting to take this off. Oh yeah, those are two separate pieces. Interesting. I don't know how they did that deco. The loincloth is really neat. I wonder if they've used this for anybody else too. Really cool loincloth, but they extended it up her chest, which is interesting. Feather wings. You can't take the crown off of her head as far as I know. I mean, it's glued on. She's got the shell pegs on the back, but in this instance, we use the shell pegs for the wings. And I don't know if these are coming out once you put them in. Oh, that's a really tight peg hole fit. And look, it gave her this tail feathers, which are cool. And this is really cool. Usually, I don't know, usually wings are in a rubbery plastic, so it is kind of weird to feel how stiff these are. But they are a good span, good color. They look really cool spread out like this, but I mean, I also like how the angles back here work, so that kind of fits really nicely as a straight line, but then also when you would put them down, they would fold into a nice straight line there too. So I think I would want to do a nice even gap like this, and then you can probably, yeah, overlay them like so, where they can be really folded down. But I think that I don't want to go past that max. I think this is the form I like. And we can spread out our arms. She has the normal articulation and the normal modularability. Tech bracelets, kind of cool. I like when we're mixing all these things. These look really modern and more techy than normal. So we got a good barbarian tech mix, which is, and monster, because I mean she does have wings. So I like that. That is what I love about Masters of the Universe. So this is a pretty good representation. I would have said maybe she might be my least favorite from the bunch, but having her out and looking at the colors, we got the orange and the blue complementary colors popping off of each other, looking really, really good. The Zoar face, really kind of cool. Really, really, really cool. The blues on the underside opposed to the upper side, I find that kind of weird for like its inside detail. That's kind of weird. Usually you would, when you would have a detail, you wouldn't hide it underneath. It would be on the top part of the wrist, but it's giving some kind of modern tech feel because of that, and that's kind of cool. And maybe it's because she's supposed to have arms spread out. I noticed that her biceps are really pronounced, it does. I don't remember these being regular She-Ra arms or Teela arms, but yeah, those are quite muscular. I don't know if that's a new arm or what. We won't be comparing that today, but I'll have to look into that later. Cool. And the short hair always works best for this style. I can't wait to undress her and see what... Oh, that was kind of inappropriate. But I can't wait to see how much of the armor you can take off and what she looks like. But as a figure, she looks fantastic like this. Paint apps are so good. She's popping with color, which is what I really like. And the detail that is there, which I'm never a big fan of too much detail on these figures, but when it's done so well and there's no mistakes, and then we have this, like, I don't know how to describe this. It must be like a digital print or something, because it's not hand painted. So, but it's applied and done perfectly. So it looks really good, and the face is pretty. So unlike any of the Four Horsemen stuff, she doesn't look like a man. She looks really pretty, and Mattel excels at making figures and faces. Head sculpts are always incredible by Mattel. Or I can't say always, but most of the time. Let's go to Stealth Ninja Leonardo, and he's so cumbersome. They all are like this. The turtle shell arm pads are that's such a good, like, it's so man-at-arms, but it's such a good turtle nod. That's really cool. And then he's so souped up with a shell, and he's got the Grayskull cape fur, which is cool. And he's got this, I mean, there's a lot of paint going on here. And speaking of Four Horsemen, kind of spawny because of all of the detail. So that's not what I really like. I know that most people do. Adult collectors love the more and more detail, more and more paint, but I really like them to look more toyetic, which is, I got to start opening more of the cartoon collection, because they will definitely spark my joy more so than these. I mean, I love a hood too. I love a hood or a mask or hood, or what else do you cover your face with? Masks and hoods. They're always, or helmets. I love those on my action figures. So that's really cool. Okay, so he's got the slot. I think this is a reused turtle slot, but I think that I'm pretty sure that this must be, all of the shells are probably the same, but they made that slot big enough that they could fit all of the weapons depending on whoever the figure came with. I'm pretty sure. That's my guess anyway. Again, that's something that I'd have to check later. If I wasn't doing such an in-depth review every time, I'd be able to bring out more stuff. Am I stripping them down so far? No. We do that later. It's just really cool. This is a peg system or a glue system. I guess they usually glue this kind of thing together, and it is a peg and peg hole, but I'm pretty sure that's glued in. There's no reason for me to take that apart, but I love a hood, and I love when you get double accessories for two hands too. And I love how the hands are very suitable. Because of their turtle hands, they look good as just regular hands with nothing in them, because of the shape of the three fingers, the three toes, but they also function well as holding weapons. And he's got so many things, which is both good and bad to me. Like, that's really cool. They don't have very many accessories this wave. I did notice that they're not abundance, but they do have a lot of stuff on them. Which is kind of cool. So I guess that is accessories. Look at his large cape. I am really interested in stripping him down and seeing him, and then I will compare the body, because cumbersome, huge. I mean, the shoulders are definitely adding to that. The paint deco on this is all done really well. Like, there's details that are even hidden that are so great. Look how well they designed the fur to go over that, and you can see the armor peeking through. I mean, that's just just incredible, and attention to detail, and also the way that his blue mask ends come down here to add a little more detail there. Incredible thought. The key part, it's yeah, you know what, it really is, it's this part that it bothers me. There's texture, and there's holes, and there's paint, and there's stuff. So this is the spawny part. This is the part where it is mostly that skirt. That this is more done in the way, more simple paint apps on this. But if this, like, I wouldn't mind the sculpts and stuff if this was all black. But I know that is a very unique opinion, not what anybody else looks for in their toys. But look at that span too. These figures take up a lot of space, which makes them valuable to me. We are going to Hordak, and he's going to be no exception to that rule. And we get to check him out without his gear or weapon on. Check out that. He is just looking so different, but so the same. The silver boots, really cool ad, and he has the matching wrist bracers, and or one. I don't know what's going on underneath here. I don't know if that comes separated. Oh, I read the schematic drawing. No, this doesn't come out. The arm comes off though, but we're not going to do that because this piece of armor, and then he's got his horde hood. Is this the same head that they used for another? I guess it's not. It's just this special stylized head. It almost looks glow in the dark. The black around the eyes is very unique. It looks like he's got his mascara on, but it also looks really cool. The matching silver belt. See how there's no paint deco on there? And here, I like that. And then they just did the one paint deco of the red bat on his chest, which is really cool. Really cool. This is also really cool. So as much as I probably like a helmet or a mask, I love a tube. A tube that runs from one part of a toy to another is always cool. What if I had some kind of translucent tubed thing with a mask? I mean, and wings? That would blow my mind. Let's put the wings on. So it's one of the metal rivet kind of wings, and I might have to look at the instructions on how these go on, or maybe I don't. Pretty sure it goes on like this. I'm just looking at the picture. Can't see the instructions, but I won't deal with this. I know that this is right. And again, we got some really cool features, how they designed it. So this can rotate. Oh man, this is incredible. There's so many options because the pegs can rotate, and then you can also rotate the rivets. And then look how nicely, again, you can square this off and make it look like how it's like meant to be. But then you can also bend. I'm saying this. I don't know if it's true yet. No, you can. I want to keep it congruent on the back. Is that the right word? And then you can spread the wings and then take these wings right to the edge of that for your perfect span. So check out that. Amazing wide. They look so much better than I thought they would from the pictures. The paint deco is great. There's not too much of it on there. And then his bonus feature, which is really interesting, that he doesn't have a weapon, but he does have a wings, and he does have a blaster that's attached to him. So they gave him a piece of slime. Is that what they called it? Does it matter? Ruthless Master of Ooze. I'm sorry, Ooze. I better talk Ninja Turtle. It's Ooze in Ninja Turtle Land. So he's shooting some ooze out of his you know what. So blaster. What were you thinking? And there he is. A really cool blue too, like this dark navy, almost purple blue. Kinda cool. So he'll be cool to look at stripped down as well. I think he's got the normal loincloth. Let's get back to that. I'm loving the boots in silver. I thought that he was going to be far too detailed, but he's super simplified. Okay, before I move on, the head, the ball joint isn't a very tight one, which I'm not happy about that. But again, he has a hood that he can take off, which is a great piece. So he's pretty much got all of the stuff. He's got a hood, he's got wings, he's got translucent, so no wonder. And then this, oh yeah, I'll take a silver plastic over a vac metal any day. There's no chipping or anything, and I kind of like the matte finish of it. Yeah, he looks incredible. I guess I'm never too excited about the turtle ones, but yeah, I mean, I kind of am. Casey Jones is one of the coolest figures that they made for sure. But he's awesome. I mean, looking at them in their package, they don't excite me as some of the other ones, but having them in hand, always the new favorites when I'm opening anything, I guess. But he is so cool. This is so great colors. Incredible. Red, green, complementary. He's got no orange on him. Blue, silver. So good. That white, pearlized, almost translucent head. So cool. Cartoon stylized, rigid, weird. I don't know. So cool. All right, and then last, certainly not least, is the hero of them all. And I guess the mask was in his box separately. And I put it on right as I opened, and it went flying. Oh, this is really nice here. All right, so we can hold the sword. If they're going to put a slot in the back, though, they should give him another weapon. But look at that. Look at that. That's a nice touch. Very, very nice. And look, they even put the detail on here. There's layers of cape here. Such a weird cape. Who could they use this for? Have they used it for anybody else? Look at this peak on the end. It really is reminding me of Eldor. Again, he's got a turtle shell arm pad. Cool. Oh, and look at this. Is this the one? Is this is this boot from the He-Man that was from the, what was that called? I guess he had a knife in his thing. The Lords of Power. I guess it's not a Lords of Power, but the exposed toes, kind of cool. I really need those Lords of Power. They need to make the missing Lords of Power. They only made 2 of them, or I need to actually go out and buy the original Lords of Power 5-pack so I can get my missing figures, because they only did Merman and Beastman. I need He-Man and Skeletor and a Man-at-Arms. But this is some cool layering. No paint on the cape and the hood, so that's cool for me. They got the armor on this side and the armor on this side, so he's covered. The loincloth has a detail that we're not even seeing, that's hidden, which is kind of cool too. And then this one, this Man-at-Arms turtle shell knee protector is kind of, or leg protector, is clipped on. This must be a reused part. I am always surprised at how that these are not used parts. And then the mask is such a cool feature as well. Like I said, we've got a lot of things going on that are my favorites. We got a hood and a mask on this one. He-Man looking so different, so cool. Look at the layering of the cape. Amazing. So I guess I'm going to start with him and go backwards and strip him down that way. Unpainted boot. So I'm already a fan of that. This is the quintessential He-Man skin tone, which is cool. I'm going to remember this. Round part is at the top of the armor for the arm. Where was that on? Is that just a forearm protector? I guess so. And then this one is a shoulder protector with the larger part at the top. I'm saying this out loud so I remember. Sword comes out of there. Hood comes off. He's got this mask on. Take off this mask. Oh, the mask fits so perfectly. There's a little ledge that hooks on under the chin. and that goes over. I mean, how appropriate for our time for him to come with a mask. Can come in very handy in the 2020s for sure. Take that off, and I guess you have to take off his head to get this other cape off, but even under the layers of the cape, still lots of detail. See, I don't even notice, unlike with Leonardo's, is that what turtle it is? Yeah, unlike his skirt, I don't mind all of those tears and holes on this one because it's a solid color. I mean, the flow is so good too. But let's take this off like so, and I knew that this was going to be a He-Man. How come they didn't do this more? Why didn't? Oh wow! And I actually didn't expect. I was kind of excited about this being painted brown, so it would just be really furry. But this is a really good-looking He-Man. Now, this one probably is very close to the original Origins He-Man, because I remember his skin, the colors being similar to this, but it's new to me again. Oh, look, and he also has a place to put the sword underneath there. They gave him the harness that has the sword holder. Now, the sword's not done in the same plastic as the harness. That usually bothers me. The sword fits in his hand, unlike some of the first Origins figures where the sword did not fit in his hand. His eyes are kind of weird and different and creepy and scary, which is kind of cool because I'm first and foremost barbaric fan, and the exposed toe is a nice kind of variation on it. But this is bringing back all of the feels, the nostalgic feels. Just like, I like this better than the nostalgic ones. Now, the nostalgic ones really are so 70s based. Like, the colors are so strange and muted and dark and weird combinations. I call them gas station-y versions of all of the colors. But these updated, brighter colors are, I still like that. It's as much as I love the 70s influence that is on the original Masters of the Universe line, the Origin updated colors are, I love these. I love these. I think that they look so good. I think this one is probably, the colors are very similar. This open toe, though, it just adds more to the barbarian. It adds a little bit of imperfection to perfection, which this figure is, and the hair is this bright yellow, and everything that's painted is painted so well, so good. Only thing I would change, I love when the accessories match on a toy. They did a good job matching this. Sometimes when that doesn't happen, that drives me crazy too, when they do a red boot and a furry loincloth. This brings back the feeling of opening a new Masters of the Universe figure in the 80s. Let's see what's going on with Hordak. Instead of changing this wingspan, I'm just going to take this off. I mean, I guess we have to see what that looks like. I mean, he looks so good as is. This is such a nice, simple piece of armor anyway. So, but I mean, I guess I have to strip him down. I like when they don't have a belt buckle. It just seems more secure to make a belt like this that doesn't unsnap, less to break, less to go wrong, I think. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm missing that silver edition. I guess I might as well just show him like this. Much less things to strip down, but yeah, no, he needs his armor and stuff, so I'm gonna make him more simplified, like so. He definitely needs the hood, which looks good, and then maybe I'll take this out to make him look simple. Let's look at his pure black belt thing going on there. I mean, maybe I'll try it without the silver for a second, but I'll take the wings off. I mean, he looks so good with the wings, but can we make him look like a regular Hordak, just a little bit stylized? I think I want there looks like there's a void here. Oh yeah, and I should probably I mean, there's nothing to take off here. If I take off, oh yeah, and I figured out that that's unattached. Really interesting, great design putting. I love a tube. So I do want to put that in there because I like the extra extension on his hand. But that's what he looks like. And then just to show, I got to do this right now. Oh no, I got to see if it's the same spacing. Yeah, I mean that is kind of cool that they gave everybody the turtle shell double peg. I mean that is kind of cool. I mean, I'm not even sure if that really fits. I guess it does. Yeah, it does. I mean, even figures that don't have anything have that double peg there that you can put the shell on. That's kind of awesome. So how does he look like this? Looks with his little black Speedo. He looks good. But then, yeah, no, this might be a first for me where I like them way better with their armor on. Did we even really look at He-Man's loincloth when I took it off? That's kind of cool. Kind of cool too. Really, I'm so used to opening up Ninja Turtles with this loincloth that maybe we've gotten this one before because it looks so familiar to me. But when I look at this, it just screams turtle. I mean, it could be because there's a turtle shell on it, but it makes me think that the original Turtles had those loincloths, and I know very well that they didn't. So that's what he looks like without his wings, which is okay. I love this belt. It's so batty. It's so cool. Brighter colors again than his normal. This thing also comes off if I want to take it off, but we're not going to take that off. So it's like a mafia. What were those bands that they had in the mafia? It makes sense that they have. I mean, what is this for? To show off his biceps? Like, I never thought about that. What are these arm bands? Oh, I guess they're arm bands, like in military. It's just the fact that they're sleeveless. These guys don't have any shirts on. So I'm one to talk, but yeah. To show who he is and to show his rank and everything. All right, let's look at what's going on underneath all of Leonardo's stuff. We got this going on. Take out these swords. All of this strapping is attached. Whoa, is this what's it? What? That looks like it's attached. What is happening? Is this glued on? Okay, I'm totally confused. I think part of it's glued on. So we'll take off my least favorite part of all of this loincloth. Oh, and this is what, no paint on that. Matches the furry boots with his feet are totally exposed. He only has the anklet. This looks really cool to me. This looks like some kind of frog or frogman underbody. And then how does this work? So this actually does have a belt buckle. And why does it have a belt buckle? This is so tight that I thought that it was glued on, but it's not. That is a happy surprise or confirmation, I guess. And then I'm going to take this off. And then how do I know? How do I know which one is left and right? Are they different? I'm going to tell the corner pokes forward on there, and there's not a corner. There's not a corner on this one, so they are different. But I'm going to take it off. I guess it must be the armor and the head, and you know what? Maybe it's the forearms too, because the forearms do seem bigger. Why am I taking this stuff off? I don't know. Am I going to regret it? Kind of, because I have to put it back on, and I have to put it back on the correct way. So they're always going to have the Masters of the Universe gauntlets, bracelets, bracers, and they're always going to have the Masters of the Universe boots. Yet still, I am going to sell any of the classic reproductions that I own of the Turtles, because I was never a big turtle fan anyway, and now this is going to be my turtle representation. Well, let's see how he looks like as just a turtle. Here he is, and no, his, I don't know why they look so big. I guess a lot of it has to do with their heads, but the body isn't any bigger. The forearms, I don't know, the forearms look so, and the hands are bigger, and I guess the feet are bigger, and the head is bigger, and then with all of their armor, it just makes them look so much bigger. This is a really cool body. The only thing about Masters of the Universe Origins is that I think that the shoulders really bulbous out, and then but when I compare them to the original figures kind of do it too, but it just, I guess, I don't know, because of the added articulation or something, it really stands out. I mean, I probably figured it out before, but I forget. But translated to the turtle arms, kind of looks good, I guess, because everything is so bulbous that, like, his chest is really bulbous too, and it lends very nicely to this design. And again, it might have something to do with his head, which makes him not look as wide and ill-proportioned. But I mean, He-Man is so ill-proportioned. I didn't strip He-Man down completely, but we've all seen He-Man without his vest on. Coolness, awesome. He looks so good. Actually, I like that they did the shell. Oh, but what I don't like, and I think other people have talked about this too, is that they should have made a place to just plug the shell in the back. But he does have a shell, and I do like how he looks like this anyway, so, I mean, they could have painted it maybe. Hey, look, it's me asking for paint for the first time. He looks cool. Barbarian Leonardo. Pretty sweet. Alright, let's see what April, let's see how we can make her look different. I mean, she's always going to have the headdress, which is sad. I guess I should show you one last time what she looks like there. But, oh, this is cool how they wrapped the pattern around, or did they? It looks like it looks weird. I don't know what's going on with the design there. But this comes off like this. They must have used this Lady Slither or somebody. This piece is definitely useful. You can put any pattern on here that you want. And then she keeps the boots, and we take off the whole wingspan, and we can't make her look like she's a real reporter. And as far as I know, this doesn't come off, but it is glued on and probably peg-holed into her head. But this is what she looks like as, I think those arms are more muscular. She's got that really weird little bodysuit on. So again, she definitely looks better with her armor on. I mean, what did we take off? Just her wings? Oh, she had like a whole feather dress thing. But I think that she would probably look better with this loincloth on. But it was cool to see her. She really looks like she's in her pajamas. It's this crazy onesie, but she is super muscular, which I'm noticing, and the face is really, really pretty, which is such a rarity for girl toys. They did a really good job. Cool. And then the knees are good knees. Very strange orange color. Kind of freaking out over it, actually. It's so matte and orange. And it just, yeah, she's in like some kind of just superhero O'Neill. Interesting, fun, cool. I am really glad that I opened these finally. Peg is orange too for her neck. These are cool. I am really surprised that they spark in so much joy, and they took me down memory lane. I just broke this, but it looks like it has a hexagonal peg system, which I'm a big fan of, and I guess it just plugs back onto there. Oh, and look at this, that they're at different levels. One is shorter than the other one, so of course that one fell out because it's got less peg, and that's how you can slide one underneath the other. So that's a nice innovation. I don't know if that happened with Hordak. I don't think they included that, but I do like these extra spiky wing details on his wings that are so cool. These are so cool. So cool. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm hopefully going to do another Masters of the Universe video tomorrow. I got to put these all together now and figure that out. Because I gotta get through all my new toys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I probably said that already. We'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully. Until then.